Okay, I'm richer than you.
Stop that crap. I've always been richer than you.
Well, I don't spend my nights chasing clowns around Gotham City.
At least my arch nemesis has some personality. He has more personality than a corny colored robot costume man who flies in a weirdest way possible.
SillyKongTV podcast.
The Dark Knight podcast. I don't like that intro. I don't like it at all. I already clarified that the name of this podcast is the Dark Knight podcast. I will not tolerate this humiliation again. Whoever edit this, I'll find you and I'll... Okay, folks, let's begin. Welcome to the Dark Knight podcast. I'm your host, Batman, and joining me today is the charismatic genius, but less charismatic and genius than me, and someone who relies on technology instead of actual skills on the show, Iron Man.
Oh, Bruce, I'm not afraid of your grumpy facade. I've dealt with tougher, grumpier, cynical person than you.
I'm not grumpy, I'm not cynical, but nobody is grumpier and cynical than I am.
Yeah, okay.
So, do you have a story to share with us?
Of course. Jarvis and I are working on something. We're developing a machine, a new kind of tech to...
Ah, Jarvis, the voice inside your suit. It's so heartwarming to know that you talk to yourself, Tony.
I know what game you're playing. At least I have conversations with someone other than my own conscience, Bruce.
Oh, Tony, talking about conscience. I suppose yours is programmed to prioritize fashion over crime fighting.
Says the man who hasn't changed his suit in decades. Fashion forward is not in your vocabulary, is it?
Ah, you dare to challenge me on my own fantastic, intimidating, crazy mind games interview? By the way, my suit is timeless, Tony, just like my commitment to justice. Your suits, on the other hand, come and go faster than your romantic relationships.
Touché, Bruce. But at least my suits serve a purpose beyond brooding and growling.
Brooding and growling. It's called intimidation, Tony. Maybe you should try it sometime instead of relying on your low charm.
Charm? Bruce, you should know that charm goes hand in hand with intelligence, something you seem to be lacking.
Intelligence, Tony? I built my bat computer from scratch. Who helped you build your tech? A robot butler? So original. Ha ha.
Well, I don't spend my nights chasing clowns around Gotham City.
At least my arch nemesis has some personality. He has more personality than a corny colored robot costume man who flies in a weirdest way possible.
Okay, I'm richer than you.
Stop that crap. I've always been richer than you.
One of my suit is equivalent to approximately 104 of your bat suit. Estimated worth of each bat suit is worth $1,058,600, while my suit is worth $110,302,000. Thanks for the data, Jarvis.
However, I have more expensive fleet of vehicles. My motorcycle, tank, car, and helicopter cost $80 million. Stark, the total cost of your fleet is just $3,415,000.
LOL. Batman, you use a lot of expensive gadgets. 3 batarangs cost about $1,000 and 3 of its throwing stars cost the same. That's a lot of money to throw around. You also have a $250 encrypted memory stick on your expense list, which sounds suspiciously like a government employee trying to make a $10 USB stick more expensive than it actually is. Overall, Batman, you spend $223,610 on weapons and gadgets, but it's very cheap compared to my spending on gadgets. With just state-of-the-art arc reactors, gold and titanium exoskeleton suits, and reactive jet reflectors, it all sounds really expensive, right? I spends around $10 million on my toys.
LOL. It's called inefficient. How about this? Wayne's estate, including a secret mega bat cave, cost me $600 million to restore. To meet this figure, Stark, you must build 24 of your residences on the rocks, each worth only $25 million. OMG, so funny.
Fine, my net worth is $12.4 billion. My personal net worth, not including Stark Industries, for your information.
Mine is $1 trillion.
Hey, don't make it up. I have a data. Jarvis.
Quadrillion dollars.
What?
Quintillion dollars. Sextillion dollars. Septillion. Octillion. Decillion. Undecillion. Duodecillion. Tridecillion. Quatuordecillion. Infinity. Unlimited net worth.
Okay, enough. You won.
As it should be. Anything else?
Actually, there is something. I have to admit I was a bit upset about your last episode. You were slandering our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Slandering? Me? It's not my fault if he's not prepared for the show.
Oh, come on. Spider-Man has taken down villains that could give you a run for your money, Mr. I hide in the shadows.
Please, Tony. Spider-Man wouldn't last a minute in Gotham City. He'd be tangled up in his own web before he even got a chance to say, "Hey, everyone."
Oh, really? Let's see your fancy gadgets handle Mysterio's illusions or Vulture's aerial assaults.
Illusions and flying? Child's play. I deal with Scarecrow's fear toxin and Penguin's umbrella gadgets on a daily basis.
Hey, he's young, talented, and deserves a little respect.
Nope.
I won't argue, because you wouldn't give up, aren't you?
Fine. I'll admit he has potential. But don't expect me to praise him to the skies just yet. Hey.
Yeah?
Do you know that the word onomatopoeia is a tongue twister in itself? It refers to words that sound like the noises they represent, like buzz, hiss, or bang. But try saying onomatopoeia quickly 3 times in a row, and you might find yourself in a hilarious and tangled mess of sounds. Try it. Try it!
Say please.
Please.
Onomatopoeia, onomatopoeia, onomatopoeia.
Heh.
Heh.
How does a penguin build its house?
How?
It glues it together. Heh.
Ha 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 ha.
And that's a wrap, folks. Thank you, listeners, for tuning in to the Dark Knight podcast. Join us next time for more conversations with heroes from across the multiverse. Until then, remember to stay true to your inner superhero, because in the end, we're all just a little bit Batman.
SillyKongTV Podcast.
The Dark Knight Podcast.